Hello, and welcome back to Yumenikki. The game is over, and we ended off the last episode on a pretty positive note. So it's about time to destroy that, shall we? I generally had a pretty positive outlook on the game last time, and everything I said is still true, but I kind of got a bit wrapped up in it and didn't really remember the faults of the game, and having thought about it a bit more, there definitely are some major cons that we have to talk about before I can be content. Again, all of the stuff I said last time is true, all of the praise is definitely warranted, so don't take this very negative rant to be completely just bashing the game, cause it's still worth playing, but I have some problems with it. And first off, we have to talk about the biggest fault with this entire game, the most egregious flaw, and that's the game length. I wasn't really thinking about it too much, but now after editing the last episode, I realized that, hey, that's a very short playthrough, and looking at my Steam time, I've only played for about 8 or 9 hours, and that's including all of the setup stuff I do, and testing things and loading backups and trying nonsense out and replaying things, because I did replay a couple times to try and do various things and whatnot. And of course all the pointless waste of time that I do, like right now. All of this stuff where I talk over the game, just like I'm doing now, and I'm not actually actively playing it, it still only took me 8 or 9 hours. Probably 6 hours maybe, in the actual game file and doing stuff. And that's not a lot. That is not a lot. If you played this game without doing an LP, and without talking to yourself, you could probably beat this game in 2 to 4 hours. Completely, 100% do everything in 4 hours, if even that. And that's kind of ridiculous when you consider that this is a €20 game. It just isn't worth that price. And that's kind of sad because, again, I do like what's here. What is here is pretty good, but it just isn't enough of it. It really does feel like it was kind of a cop-out. I bet they ran out of production time or money or whatever, and they just decided that they can't do the entire game Yumenikki, and they had to cut things, cut the deep dreams, the branching deep dreams that chain into each other and stuff, cut most of the effects, and eventually cut most of the actual primary worlds and make it 6 instead of 12, and it's only really 5 because it's 6 including the last one, which, I mean, I guess you count, but that's basically just an ending sequence, I feel. So, I just wish they spent more time on it, spent more money on it, and made it a bigger thing, like an actual one-to-one remake of Yumenikki. Of course, with their own flares and stuff still. And you don't even have to do, all of the effects or anything like that, so I don't know. That's really just main complaint, game length. I have a list here, so I'm just gonna list them off. So I talked about the horror elements. I'm not too big of a fan of the more forced horror stuff. That's fine, whatever, I've talked about that. Little nitpicky thing, the vending machine in the docks. Why even have the option to pick the 120 yen drink? You could mouse over them both or switch between them, 100 or 120. Implying that you could get the 120. I just don't see why they did that. That was just a tease that wasted a bunch of time because I didn't want to buy the 100 before I could buy the 120. And I've actually seen other people say the exact same thing. Why not just have it say sold out or something, or just have it so that you can't even mouse over it at all, and then problem solved. That's a very specific example, but it really rubbed me the wrong way. Then we have the effects. I do like that the effects are more centralized and bound to a key, and they have various functions and stuff. That's all great. The problem is the effects were really restricted and not very useful in many situations. Many screens, they just flat out took away the control. You just couldn't use your effects, cause fuck you. And no, you can't stab Monoko. No, you can't stab Monoe. No, you can't stab Ubua or Poniko. You can't do anything to anyone except when we tell you. Like, when could you knife anything? It was like the dudes in the barracks area, and the little tentacle with the eyeball, and the thing that was at the end of the dream in the Infinite Road. Is that it? What's even the point at that point? I don't know, and that's just a knife, and then Hamsa is like an entire effect that is basically just occasionally find concept art, the effect. I mean, that's fine, but it would have been nice if it just had some more actual things to it, where you found special things that you could use elsewhere and whatnot. And same thing for the umbrella. The umbrella was like really cool in this version, but when did you ever use it? Like, the rain effect was only useful for making Monoe go into the school again. That was it, right? Unless again I'm misremembering something, but one use for an entire button. And then sure, you have the double jump, but that was also just like jumping to the left in the docks to get to a jellyfish. That was it. That was all you used it for. I mean, obviously there's stuff we can try, but I don't really think it's gonna be much. I know one thing where you probably need the double jump, as far as I understand it. I've kind of been spoiled on a couple things here, because I started looking into like achievements and stuff, just so I can know what I was going to need to do at the end of the series and stuff. So I've been spoiled on a couple things, which is a little bit of a shame, but I'm still interested to see what they entail and stuff, and like the last ending, or the main ending. We'll see if there's more than one. But yeah, that's pretty much all I needed to say. That's still a lot of ranting, but let's get into the game a little bit at least. And check it out, drum roll please! I have 100% effects, 100% dreams, and 91% collectibles. But we're not gonna jump into this game and find the rest of the collectibles and the jellyfish now. That's gonna be later, probably much later. Probably not even like this episode, maybe not even next one. I don't even know, because I want to try some things. I prepared a save here, which we'll jump into right away. This is just like, I just started the game and ran, so I got to this home screen, and that's it. So we'll just start from here, and I'll explain what I want to do in just a second. Let's just get over to the Nexus first. Alright, so here we are. I want to try and not be thorough, because that's what I did in the main game. I was pretty thorough, I got pretty much everything, and usually when I was done with an area, I was completely done with it. And I still don't even know if you get the eggs next to the doors, when you get the effect that's in that world, or when you complete the dream that's in that world. So that's what I want to find out. Obviously, I could have just checked my videos, because I bet you can see that at some point when I go out here after having gotten an effect and not having completed a dream or whatever. But I still want to just test it out and find out how things work. And after we do that, I'm also going to do what I think is like low percent or whatever. I'm gonna try to just complete the game with as few things as possible, because I did end the game with all of the dreams and all of the effects. So I want to see if it's possible to end the game with not all of either or both. I assume the last door unlocks when you get all of the effects or complete all the dreams, and you can't go in there before then. It's not just because you complete the school dream, but I don't know. I want to try that out, so we're gonna waste a bunch of time here and probably not get much done, but that's what I want to do. So, first off, I've made a list here. The minimum ending list, which is probably horribly incorrect, but we'll go with it for now. And I've just listed the stuff. So basically, to get into the school, we need the umbrella. That's the goal here. To get the umbrella, we need all 4 glyphs for the desert world. To get those glyphs, we need to, like, trap the dog in the barracks is the main thing. And we need to get the flute as well to play for the guy that was in the forest for a glyph. So to trap the dog, we need to get the knife so that we can get the red eye to use as bait. And then we also need the wooden plank from the docks. And we need to get the kite to give to the guy so we get the glyph after we save the town. And we need to get the valve so that we can complete the school dream. But I'm not even sure if that's gonna matter. So let's get moving and let's pick up the valve first of all. And also, speaking of going in here, well, I'm not speaking of it, now I'm speaking of it. Going in here, the door up here is not the toilet key, obviously. I completely forgot, I noticed when I was editing that there was a door on the 3rd floor of the school that was locked. So that's obviously the 3rd floor toilet. So that's what we'll open that with. And this door is from somewhere else. And I actually kind of accidentally found out where that was when I was looking at stuff. Right, there was something we were gonna check before I get going here. But yeah, I found out that it's probably, well, definitely in the mannequin area. And I think you just needed the double jump for that. And I guess we hadn't gone back there with the double jump. So that's gonna be something we can do. But I guess I'll probably sweep through all of the areas in my main save with all the things, because I want to try out double jump on a couple things. I want to try out the lamp in a couple of areas and stuff. Even though I don't think they're gonna be anything, it's still gonna be fun to see. So I just also want to show you or read. I had... Which one was it? Inner Fears. Escape Your Fears. I didn't read that. And... was it Wake Up? A New Day Begins. Kind of a weird ending. I didn't even realize, or like I was talking at the moment about how young Madotsuki looks, which is weird to me, but she just like woke up after the dream of being chased by a monster and being like terrified of leaving her room and it being horrible. She just woke up, looked outside, and then just opened the door and went outside, which is a very strange ending. Why would she do that if she just had a horrible nightmare about everything being horrible in the outside world? I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of symbolism they were going for there, or what that's supposed to mean, really. But oh well, maybe the other ending will make more sense. It does seem like they're at least doing their own endings and not just taking the ending from the main game, but maybe they will. I don't think they will, because I have kind of gotten spoiled on a little detail, something that I've been hinting at, that I've thought was going to be in the game, and I couldn't see them not putting that in the game, and it seems like that might be true. So, the flute here, I realized something. I think I understand now what this guy is all about. So let's check this out. If I talk to this guy and get the flute, we hear a sound here. This is what I was talking about a while back. There's the flute. And there's the sound. Now, I think that means we can't leave. If I go to the right, there we go. It's closed. That's what that means, because we need to... Hello? Yeah, she doesn't want to open it. We need to complete this guy's little song to prove that we know how to use the flute. It's basically a little tutorial, and I didn't even understand that for a long time. Even when I went back to check it again, I only went this far and played the thing and heard the sound again and couldn't understand what the hell was happening. But I'm just curious, couldn't we just like ignore this and just wake up now? What happens if I do that? If I just ignore your stupid tutorial. I still have the flute. And if I go back there now, is the door still gonna be closed? Or what's gonna happen? That's something I wanna check out. And yeah, we'll see right now. Is there an egg next to the mall or not? Is it based on when you get the effect or when you complete the dream? There is not an egg. So it's not based on the effects, even though that would make more sense for the original game. It's based on the dreams that you complete. Huh. This run is probably not gonna lead anywhere, because there are a couple things I want to try, and like, again, completing the school as early as possible, but once I do that, I don't think it's gonna do anything. I think you just have to complete all the dreams before you can get into the final area, but you might be able to like complete the game without all the effects at least, so hey, it's just open. Wait, so if I play this now, it's gonna close again? I don't want to talk to this guy, because he's just gonna give me a concept art, and I'm going for low percent. I want as few things as possible. I guess I'll play this. Why not? It opened, even though it wasn't open. Or, even though it was open. I guess I should have just stood here and done it, but oh well, that doesn't matter. So yeah, we have the flute now. Now we can go, and I guess we should just go pick up the knife right away. There's no reason... Oh, of course. There's not really any reason not to get the knife, because we do need it anyway. I was hoping I wouldn't need the knife, but I forgot to lure the doggy thing. You do need the red eye, which means we do need to stab a thing with a knife. Oh, you can't leave here. I wasn't too sure about that. Just wanted to check, so I guess we have to wake up again. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that there's no, like, inter-dream connections. You can't get to another dream from another dream. I mean, you can with the train. That's, like, one of the only ways you can do that. Which is good, I suppose, that the train was there. But it would have been fun to have more of those, because that was kind of a huge part of Yumenikki, having, like... You went into a dream, say the mural dream, the mural world, and then you found, like, a thing leading to the number world, which was another main world, and you could have just gone into the number world door if you really wanted to. And, right, yeah, it is here. Let's just talk while I move so we can actually get somewhere today, which we probably won't, because, man, all this talking, it's already quite late. And now I forget what I was saying. Yeah, inter-dream connections, and you found, like, ways to go into deeper dreams, and then from those deeper dreams you could go to other dreams, and so on. It was just very interesting, the way the world was, like, laid out. So it's a bit sad to see all that more or less gone. Oh, that was weird. It was very dark, but it was still, like, showing that it was moving the screen. Man, I wish I could have the umbrella at this part so you could just double jump here. Yeah, this section is just annoying and tedious. Don't really like it too much. This is probably my least favorite world in this entire game. Ooh, close one. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to spend a couple of episodes in this save file before we get back to the interesting parts. So I guess you can skip ahead if you don't care about this because it's gonna be a bit boring. Like, I'm very sure we're not gonna accomplish anything, but it's just for my own sake. I just want to try some things out and see how things really work in this game and that kind of stuff. I actually want to try and, like, lure these guys back into the thing if I can. I'm not sure I can. Because the trigger, yeah, the trigger is, like, weird from this side. I should just do that. I did that once, like, off camera, I think. Where I just managed to, like, get all of them killed. Which was really useful. Like that. There we go. And yeah, because I respawned, the guy in the trash can doesn't pop up anymore. So, there we go. Now I'm eyeball free. Which makes this a whole lot easier. And this section. I'm pretty sure you could run through most of this, right? Just like hold right and jump occasionally. Maybe. Also kind of boring how, like, the end dude was just... Oh, that... Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I'm surprised that worked. The end dude is basically just this guy. Just come back. I don't really get the point. They have, like, a lot of interesting designs from Yumenikki, and they choose just random shadow monster that doesn't mean anything and isn't in the original game. But, I don't know. I guess there aren't really... That's the point, too. Like, there aren't really many monsters in Yumenikki. There aren't any dangerous things that will kill you. Except just Crazed Tori Ningen. That's pretty much it. But yeah. Here we go. We get the knife, and I'm gonna get the hell out of here right away. I don't care about finishing the dreams, because I assume that's what you need to do, so I don't want to do that. Oh man, it's already getting quite late. I mean, obviously I'm gonna cut a lot of stuff, but I think I might actually... Oh, right. Whoops, sorry, Metoski. I think I might just leave it there for today. We got the 2 effects. That's like the cornerstone of what we need. We should not need any other effects. We don't need Hamsa. We don't need the lamp, nor can we get it until we get the umbrella. We only need to get the umbrella. And after that, just get into the school, and I just want to check that out. Check a couple things out. I want to do the school dream. I'm just wondering, did you ever need the lantern at all? Was there any actual reason to have the lantern? Because I can't remember. It seemed kind of completely pointless, and the only thing you used it for was, like, at the very end, walking in the dark hallways, but when you know what's there, you won't even need it at all, so I don't know. I want to try to just complete the dream without getting the lantern, if that's possible. And then if you do you unlock the last world? I don't think so. But if you do skip the lantern and complete the world, you still get the egg. Maybe. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you only get the egg at a door when you have the effect and the dream is complete. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. As I said, there's a lot of stuff to test out, and it is going to be very tedious and boring. I know. So feel free to skip a lot, skip ahead whenever you want, or just skip the episodes entirely until we get back to the main game, because there are a couple things left to do. By the way, I totally fucking called it. There's a hidden achievement for doing the stupid Super Nasu thing. Getting exactly 5,000 points. That's exactly what I said. I called it completely. Get 5,000 points high score in Super Nasu. And it's a super secret achievement that no one would ever have guessed. And it sounds really tedious, so I'm not going to be doing that on camera. Definitely not. I might not even do it on my own. Maybe. At some point. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching this episode. Holy crap, this was basically just a massive rant and not much substance. If you enjoyed, then I'm glad. But we'll get back into it next time. Not doing much else, but at least I have a clear goal in mind, and I know exactly what we need to do. And there are a couple things that may actually be interesting, like just tiny little changes I want to test out to compare with what I did in the original run and whatnot. But really, it's very minor stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!